what I mean? And that's what my podcast gonna be like. So I ain't in you niggas lane. Cause I'm not trying to exploit all this old that them niggas want to hear. I know they want to hear all that gangsters. You know what I mean? But that don't mean I done been there, done that. Like I said, you know, the homie Bootsy, you know what I mean? Gangster Lou, the whole town would tell you about my gangster life. You know what I mean? I don't have to tell you about that because I laid it down so official. You understand what I'm saying? That it became a resume, a blueprint. And that's why you got to get a ruined Harlem.
That's why I was saying when I was up here last time, I'm really up here to set the record straight. No disrespect to the homie, you know who I'm talking about, but it's about setting the blueprint for the up and coming. So I had to set the record straight so they'll understand what it really was, not hear fake stories.
Right.
So when you hear the real story now, we getting ready to put the rest of the foundation together so we can go out and speak at colleges and all, because we've been through this for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The time he got locked up, I got locked up first.
Damn, I was getting ready to bail him out for $500,000.
He was coming to bail
and then they grabbed me
on a $500,000 bail. I'm sitting there waiting. He went and talked to my moms. I had them on the phone. He talked to her. I'm coming to talk to her the next day. Next day, I'm calling my mom. Did Unique get there? He ain't get here yet, baby. I don't know what's going on.
They bagged me.
Only way I know that he got locked up, because it's called Route 13 coming from New York to Virginia. I'm doing a movie about that, actually. But they was railroading a bunch of black and Spanish people once you come across the line in Maryland.
Delaware. Yeah, Delaware into Maryland.
In Maryland.
Yeah.
They grabbed one of my homies. I knew plenty of to tell on. I was facing 60 years. And I did the same thing with his shirt starting to say, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
That's why I got home. But how I knew he was locked up, because my man said, yo, that's crazy. What happened to your boy Unique? I said, what you mean? I'm waiting for this to bail me out. It was like the feds jumped out. Miss Cologne jumped out on him, but he done. I was like, what? No wonder. He was coming to give me a $500,000 bail. And like, that's real talk. Like I tell you, anything I tell you is going to be real talk. Talking to my mom, he was on the way, and he got bagged. So we doing this to build the foundation for the up and coming kids that's coming up. That drug shit is over with. That shit ain't really about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I made it my business to bring it here, because you showed me love bringing me the first time with no hesitation. So this is like my big brother. So with a guy like him that this serious, I know the platform that y'all got gonna reach, because y'all got a young youth. So this what he's saying right now need to be heard, because we getting ready to do college tours, we getting ready to do all that, and that's what it's about. And by the way, his book is on Amazon, so people know to go get it.
And I'm not plugging the book. I'm just telling you the facts. This bananas. If you don't like it, bring it to me. I'll burn it. You know what I mean? I'll burn it on YouTube.
So, you know, we first heard about you. You know, I heard about you through a lady that was on here named Miss T. You know her?
Yeah, black.
Yeah, she said that she dated you back in the day. Yeah.
I mean, you know, if she want to call it that, that's my baby. But she know how it is. You know what I mean? I wasn't a dateable type. You know what I mean? So we gonna stop that. That's why she broke the wheels, broke the car windows, and carried on. I love black to death. My little sister Boop is my heart. That's my street sister. I done left my real family alone and dealt with my street family. Boop my heart, black my heart. You know what I mean? But they already know, man. I wasn't no tameable like that.
So you was
you know what I mean?
you was that smooth.
I was about to say.
I mean, you was that smooth that, you know, because she said she was around, she was
smooth.
I mean, she said she was moving and shaking, and she said that, you know, you were one of her pieces, or she was one of your pieces. I don't know how it goes.
If I'm saying I can never be a piece and it can't be smooth, we ain't dealing with none of that bullshit. I'm just letting you know what it is. You know what I mean?
She broke your windows
out, you know what I mean? Right? Yeah. So you already know what it was doing.
I'm asking.
So you already know the pipe game was tight. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. She said it. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that they already said, because I ain't gonna kiss and tell. You know what I mean? That's my baby. Make sure y'all get a row in Harlem. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And make sure you get Harlem heroin. You know what I mean? And the new joint she got called Snitch. That's my people's. But she already know. I mean, can't claim me, man. Do I look like a tameable?
Nah.
Come on, man. Do I look like a tameable? You know what I mean?
Nah. How did you get the name? So what's Mecca Audio? What is that? Where did that name come from?
Because I had a store called Mecca Audio that I opened up because there was so much DJs that didn't have nowhere to go. I used to go down to SNS, the Zodiac, you know what I mean, with Star Child. You understand what I'm saying? Kid Capri and them late night, you know, Big T-Rod, you know what I mean, bouncing. Willie over there at SNS Garage, you know what I mean? And the DJs had nowhere to go. There was nowhere to represent them. You understand what I'm saying? So I open up Mecca Audio, put 2 turntables in a mixer in the window, through the neon lights, put the map of Africa, and I represent this shit as, as the black town. You know what I mean? As the Mecca, because it's the Mecca for the music. I'm showing you how you're supposed to respect the DJs. You know what I mean? Because this is when the rappers was coming back in, when they was forgetting about the DJs. First was Grandmaster Flash, you know what I mean? And Theodore, you know what I mean? And Bambaataa, you know what I mean? But then now it's Big Daddy Kane, it's Bismarck, you know what I mean? It's all these names that, you understand what I'm saying? That I had to say like, yo, man, motherfucker that shit. These my when I go in the motherfucking Jordan night, them rappers don't do nothing to make me feel good. These DJs make me feel good. You know what I mean? They play the city on the head. They scream a name. They scream a broad's name. You understand what I'm saying? And they make it feel good.
Shout out to the DJs, man. You know what I'm saying?
Big shout out to the DJs. So I open up Mecca Audio for the DJs to have somewhere to go. So now if you come up from Queens, you come up to Mecca Audio, and you pull up 152nd and 8th Avenue.
Yeah, he's making the mixtapes right there on the spot.
Right there on the spot. Whatever DJ you want, you let me know. I'll beep them.
Ron G, they coming.
G
was one of the
and they coming. You give me a list of all your homies. You know what I mean? And either I shout them out or the DJ shout them out. You know what I mean? So I might say something like, big shout out to Big Flip and the crew. You know what it is? All the way from Queens doing what we do with Twin. You know, Bimmy in the whole 9 yards. You know how we do. Harlem, baby. Queens, shout out. You know what I mean? And they get on the tape. Now when you're on Jamaica Ave driving and they hear your name calling, they say, oh, shit, them niggas know Unique and Mecca Audio. So now you a star. You know what I mean? So I charge $100, for a tape. I get the original, I give you yours, and I sell the balance. I got over 5,000 tapes with all this that I'm telling you sitting in my house that I preserved.
Oh, you got to put that up somewhere, man.
I'm getting ready to do something. Dude, I only been out 40 days, man.
No.
I just refused to lay down because I want that $100 million. You know what I mean? So once I get the $100 million by the island, you know what I mean? Mom's still alive, gonna throw her in St. Kitts or something, give her own little island somewhere. You know what I mean? Then I can lay back and play with all these little tapes and his fandangles. I got over 10,000 pictures from Club 2000.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Video footage and all that,
what
man.
G saying, that's memorabilia, though, like real official memorabilia, man.
So when I speak, I got pictures to back it up. Like my man Mo, where my man Mo at? Mo Grime. You understand what I'm saying? He just did a joint at Mecca Audio, Unique Mecca Audio at the YouTube joint where he spoke on when he met Tupac. You know what I mean? That green is my favorite color. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, the homie right there, all them tell you. When I went shopping, when I throw my parties, when Dapper Dan got knocked and went to jail, all his Africans, spread out, ain't had nowhere to go. My man Shala took them up in Maryland. Y'all need to do a show with Shala. Shala took over in Maryland, over there on Marlboro Pike. You know what I mean? And he took the Africans down there and started doing the same thing Dapper Dan was doing, but instead of just the heavy jackets, being it was hotter in Maryland, he started making 3-piece suits and things like that. So I used to go down there and I get all the homie sizes and I make mad clothes. I might get 30 outfits made. You know what I mean? 10, 15 grand every week. I'm spending 15 grand and nigga ain't had to go sell no drugs, never offered them to sell no drugs. Nigga ain't had to do nothing. As long as you loyal with me, I got you. I'm selling 20 keys a day. I don't need you to do nothing. But just have fun with me.
Was that
you know what I mean?
2000 time?
And that's what it is.
That's who did it?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's who did that.
You know what I mean? So I make sure I got the gear. You know what I mean? When they come to the Mecca, they pick out their outfits, their size, and that Wednesday night we run up there and we did us. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, I gave back to the community.
When did that chant come into place? The AOI chant?
Man, that came into play when I was on 54th Street. You know what I mean? When they first got TNT. You know what I mean? Used to come around. So over there, Unique, the police coming. Hey, stop yelling my motherfucking name. What the fuck is wrong with you? Just say L. And I'm gonna say all right to let you know I hear you. And get the fuck out of here with that dumb ass shit. You know what I mean? Unique, the police. Stop saying my motherfucking name. Cause now the police gonna say who the fuck is Unique.
Right.
So then started yelling, Ew! Then we got Big Todd 1. They got the big distinctive voice. And we got my the other homie, Sean Moe. You know what I mean? From Polo Ground, got the real distinctive voice. Ew! So when they yell that, niggas know to come out. So when we at the club, niggas get on the mic at Club 2000, Willie's Lounge, Ebony Lounge, Savoy Manor, you know what I mean? Authors Round Table, wherever we was at partying during that time. Nigga get on the mic and start yelling, Ew! Everybody know that y'all all right, come to the front, Unique and Mecca Audio in the house. Now they know we gonna toss it up.
What made you buy the club?
Well, my man that owned the joint got knocked. You know what I mean? One of them got knocked and he was selling the joint. And I used to go up there and they had no problem with me in there because I'm damn near Dominican. You know what I mean? I done spilt my blood up there from back in the early 80s. So, you know, I'm going up there and, you know, I brought a couple of my homies with me one time and they looked at it a little funny. You know what I mean? So I tell them, you know, I buy this joint and rearrange this whole shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? I bring my people up here because they with me. You know what I mean? And I ain't going to say name little bitch ass about, nah, my man own it. I don't give a who own it. I'm going to buy it. So not only did I buy it, I changed the name from Frago to Club 2000 because I was doing New Millennium. That's where 2000 came from. So I went to Miami, brought the bitches up from Miami. I know you don't like me saying bitches. It is what it is, motherfucker. But anyway, I brought the bitches from the strip club up in Miami, Atlanta, Tennessee, Chattanooga, and every goddamn where else. And had New York girls versus Miami girls, New York girls versus Atlanta girls. And you know what I mean? Luke Skywalker girls and the whole nine. You know what I mean? I introduced New York to something different. I let the same Dominican that had a goddamn attitude with my people being up there, let them know I own this now. You know what I mean? And now you're not allowed in here. So get your ass out. You know what I mean?
I used to love
now let's keeping it real like it is. You know what I mean?
Let him in, let her in. Come on.
And that's it.
We was doing whatever we wanted to do.
So you got this. You got the store, Mecca Audio. You got the club,
the studio. Yeah.
You got the studio as
yeah,
well.
It's a studio in the, you know, mixtape spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You have, and then at the time you're still in the street getting money.
Yeah.
They was just watching you? Were you told on? Like, what was your downfall?
Dude, listen, man, I ain't had a worry in the world in New York City, man. Everybody was paid. Everybody needed to be paid was paid. They couldn't touch me in New York. I'm selling 25 keys a day in Washington Heights. I had no worry in the world. Mwah. I love New York. You know what I mean? They came and got me for some shit my brother got into in Virginia because his partner got killed. When murders come, feds come, and then they get raggedy and expect to tell. So my brother got caught up with some shit. I was hitting him off in Virginia. So they put me down as his boss, expecting me to go down there and flip and come back to New York and finish running my club and be a rat like the rest of the niggas that got a little pressure put on them. You know what I mean? And I ain't do it. So I wound up doing my 26.
Your life.
You know what I mean? You know, life plus 20. I did the 20 for the money laundering, and then I got time cut for the life because I helped a lot of young brothers go home. But that's because they know my cockiness and the way I talk. They know I'm official, so when I speak, you know what I mean? I'm speaking facts. So they listen, and it helped to keep them home.
You seem like an honest man, you know, and so I'm gonna ask you a question. You probably don't talk about other people, but you know, paid in full. How do you feel that the guy Alpo was home? Did you know him back in the days? Did you have any dealings with him back then?
Nah, I ain't had no dealings with him. You know what I mean? I ain't had no dealings with him at all because, like I said, I stay in my lane.
Respect.
If you buying 20 keys, come holler. I don't give a if your name is Alpo, Jack Doe, or whoever. Come bring that money, and we gonna deal with business. You know what I mean? You gonna respect me and how I run my business. I'm gonna respect you. You know what I mean? But like I said, I ain't cross paths with him because he didn't need 20 keys from me for whatever reason. But we didn't cross paths in that way. And as far as him being home, I mean, alhamdulillah, everybody deserved to be home. I wouldn't wish my enemy to be in. The nigga that told on me, I'm not mad at. I don't want that nigga in jail. And I'm not even going to sit here and say his name. You know what I mean? So, nigga, you looking, you ain't never got to worry about me putting you out there. You know you's a bitch. You know you's a rat. You know what the you did. You deal with it. He got to put his head on the pillow and deal with his own demons at night. Respect. I deal with my own at night. You know what I mean? So what Alpo go through or the next man go through, you know what I mean? That's their own issue.
What do you mean go through?
I mean, whatever, when they lay their head down at night, is what I mean, what they go through.
There was rumors circulating. That's what upon me.
No, I don't deal with rumors, is what I'm saying, that if a man comfortable with his choices,
he has to deal with it.
If he's comfortable, I respect that.
Respect.
Because you got all types of people. You got all types of animals. God made everything. Everybody's not unique.
That's good.
So I can't put my morals on the next.
That's a good one.
That's like the third one, bro.
Yeah.
He cool, man. He cool.
He ain't cool, man.
You know, I'm just saying. I'm just giving it to the real, son.
I waited.
You know,
you want to give it from the beginning.
I know. Everybody ain't unique. That's it.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, so I can't put my morals in it up.
No, I respect that.
You know what I mean? I heard niggas talk, oh, they grabbed my mother, they grabbed my dog, they grabbed my cat, they grabbed my mother too. And my mother said, baby, don't worry about it, I'm going to run. You know what I mean? Just shut the you know what I mean? And she ran for 7 years till the statute of limitation ran out. Big shout out to my mom, Duke. She's still alive. And I'm still going to get it at Island. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Shout out.
You know what I
mean? The person that told him, you seen that will say his name. Is he a known person?
The person that what?
that told on you? You said, I'm not going to say your name.
Hell no. I'm the known.
No, I mean, but
I'm just giving it real. I'm answering your question.
Is he known, though?
Ain't a nigga known more than me.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So I'm letting you know what it is, son. Yo, you asked me a question, I'm giving you the answer.
You're going a little bit too far today.
You know what I mean? Listen, what I'm saying is I didn't need no help. So I didn't need no known nigga to get me. I created niggas. Didn't create me.
All right, but
you know what I mean?
Do the public know him?
You know what I mean?
Is it a name?
Nah, man, because like I said, dude, I didn't need no tough guys. You know what I mean? Because I know how to carry my own pistol and bust my own gun. And I took my own 4 bullets and jumped off my own 6-story building with my 4 bullets in me. You know what I mean? I take mines on my own. I don't need no help.
Who did you get along with back in the days?
Everybody. Everybody loved
Brooklyn,
Unique.
Queens, everywhere?
Everybody loved me. Like I said, bid me the whole 9, nigga, your whole family. Ask my Unique. Everybody loved Unique. Because when I come around, I tell niggas straight up, I don't give a who you beefing with, who you got, who fighting over what block. When you come to Club 2000, Mecca Audio, man, leave that bullshit alone. Right or wrong, family? You know what I mean? They come to Mecca Audio, all that dead. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have you come up there from Queens and niggas say you disrespected him on the mic on your show and now he want to get at you at my spot. No, me and you got beef. If you think you're going to touch Flip at my spot. You know where Flip at. Go see Flip. Don't come to my domain and fuck that up. Yeah, don't do it here.
Exactly.
And like I said, every nigga that know Unique Club 2000 Make Audio would tell you. There was never no problems. Listen, I encourage a fist fight.
When do we have a problem up in there?
You know what I mean? We never had a problem. Like, not once we ever had a problem. And you know, clubs, they had shooting and everything else in clubs. Never once had a problem in Club 2000. If a nigga want to fight, get in a beef, knuckle up, bring it on the stage, and we going to put 5,000 on the winner. You know what I mean? We ain't going to stop the music. And that's where my shank came from. Keep it going. Keep it going, beat his ass all motherfucking night, but don't stop the music. If you stop the music over here, everybody over here that don't know what's happening is, they're going to start panicking and running.
Exactly.
So if the DJ stopped the music, he fired. Don't never take the needle off my music. If a fight, I love it. Matter of fact, let me put the DJ booth in the ceiling so I can see it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, they'll tell you, my booth was in the ceiling. When a fighting, I want to see it. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell whoop his ass. And nobody know where the fight going on. No one even know what's going on. They say, man, you need crazy. That always talking. We don't even know there's something really going on. But that's the way it's supposed to be. Because if a don't know what's going on, he gonna panic. That's how all them people died over there at that joint at City College when they had that big celebrity game. Nobody knew what was going on when they closed the door. So everybody panicked. I was there too. I'm not gonna get into that. But that's where I learned that.
People through the door.
They lost the air. You mean the Puffy party at the time?
Because when they closed
they lose the air, they closed the door and people were stuck in the middle. I was helping
they suffocated, like he said. Then they suffocated in there.
People suffocated from the middle of it.
You understand what I'm saying? But people panicked when the door closed, so people started running towards the door to get in. So the other people behind them just started running forward because they was running forward and didn't know where they was running to.
Right.
And they all ran into each other till they hit the wall. Now when they're on top of each other, you can't breathe because you got a body on top of you. Just like them black boys, them goddamn has been killing, them police been killing. What they been saying, I can't breathe.
So you don't want to talk about what happened that day? So.
No, we ain't gonna get into that, man. I mean, that's gonna go in my autobiography. I can't give you everything, dog. I be on the stretch to my man Bootsy. I can't give you everything, dog. And Gangsta Lou spoke highly of you. You know what I mean? So you know,
I'm saying you giving me a little bit. Got to give me something,
dude. I just gave you more than enough. I done gave you more than I never even seen one of your interviews.
I'm gonna get it
but
out.
I know don't come here and give you what I'm giving you because you want to brag about. When, like I said, the streets talk. I don't have to tell you about 30 cars and 100 keys. The streets gonna tell you that.
What makes it? What's a drug kingpin then?
A drug kingpin is a that know how to run his empire, shut up, rule with an iron fist, and respect everyone, all the way down the totem pole. Even that mule gets respect.
What about the net worth?
The net worth. I mean, come on, you got to get at least over 10 million. Anything under that really ain't. Right now, 10 million ain't. But back then, 10 million was something. You know what I mean? Because back then you had many
like
that barely singing 100,000. You know what I mean? And would tell you they was getting paid in full.
So you can say,
you know what I mean?
What the hell?
You know
that was a shot.
Man, ain't no stop. No, stop. I don't do shots. I'm just saying, act like, you know, dude,
well,
listen.
That's a double entendre then.
I mean, whatever the you want to call it. I don't know that fancy shit.
That's a double entendre. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
If it's not a shot, it's a double entendre.
Yeah, I don't do shots.
It has double meaning to it.
I mean, I don't look at it double meaning. I'm just telling you what it is. You know what I mean? Meaning, you know, do what they do. You understand what I'm saying? And a dude get 50,000 and he spent 40 to go buy a Mercedes-Benz 300E and can't even put rims on it till next week, but he done fucked up his re-up money. Now he coming to me talking about he need a half a key on credit so that he could get the rims and pay his rent because he paid the 40,000 to buy the car. And I'm looking at him like, is you stupid?
How much money you made a week? Can you say that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I ain't gonna really get into all that, but I'm gonna just touch. Put it this way: I sold 25 keys a day in Washington Heights, and that's not counting the 330 keys that I sent to my brother down in Virginia. So you do the math. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, my homies here, that's my man, that's my man. I've never put drugs in a man's hand and said, I need you to sell this. If a man came and said, yo, I'm trying to get some money and I want some drugs, I'm all for it because I'm a drug dealer. You know what I mean? But I'm not a pusher.
Do you talk about how you met your connect in your book, Raw in Harlem?
Yeah, I got that in there. Make sure you grab that.
Yeah.
Make sure you grab
Was he
that.
Dominican? What was
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to tell you, he's Dominican. Make sure you read that. But for real, in the autobiography, I'm going to give you the exclusive where I got with the Cali cartel and break down where the Cali cartel and the Medellin, you know what I mean, was beefing over Washington Heights. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother genre that y'all don't even know about.
I didn't know that. No.
I already know. But trust me, this shit is bananas.
Wait, so in the book, you putting names and everything in there too?
Nah, son, never would I do that. I mean, know who's who and what's what.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Listen, I don't have to put Kenny Boo for you to know who Kenny Boo the fuck is. If you're from the town, you know what it is. And if you know me, you know what it is. Like I said, ain't no faking. All my shit is documented in court documents and in street legacy. You know what I'm saying? I've been going damn near 3 decades and they still know who I am. And I made sure they kept my name quiet. And they still know who I am. I just didn't need to get to the judge and the prosecutor before I got out.
I see a cut on your face. How did that happen?
In Lumpar. You know what I mean? Dude cut me, ran to the lieutenant office. I mean, that's how they did it back then. You know what I mean? If they didn't want, dude paid me. I was, doing my thing on the compound. He didn't really want me there. He couldn't do nothing with me. So he paid another nigga that was, into the drugs and said, man, yo, cut unique. You know what I mean? And I'm going to give you these 3 grams. You understand what I'm saying? So a nigga came up behind me, cut me, and ran to the lieutenant office and checked in. And I never saw him again because they did what they call a separatiste. You know what I mean? But he got 3 grams to go in the hole and shoot dope for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? But I wear my shit with honor because it's a part of the struggle. You know what I mean? I done gave out plenty of these. You know what I mean? When I got cut, first thing came to my mind is, damn, I finally got mine. You know what I mean? I wasn't mad. I was in shock like, damn, I tried to duck this motherfucker, man. And I finally got mine. And when I went in, I told the doctor, I said, hold up, it'll be easy. Get the white meat first and then worry about the brown meat on the outside. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, man, get the white meat first and then we get the meat on the outside. And that's why my shit's so neat. You know what I mean? Because I got 36 and 15 on the white meat and 15 on the brown meat. You know what I mean? But normally when you get ripped, they want to stitch up the brown meat and leave the white meat under there and that keloid up and look nasty. So when you see with keloids, you know what I mean? I got shit on my back. I'll show you what a keloid look like when they don't do the white meat. So I already had experience with this. You know what I mean? So I told Indian, yo, get the white meat, dog. Worry about the brown meat later. Let's get the white meat.
What's the keloid from on your back?
Stab wounds. You know what I mean? War wounds.
When you was home or when you were in prison?
Not home. You know what I mean?
What happened?
You know what I mean? Like I said, read the book, son. You want a lot, man. Read the book. Raw in Harlem, bananas. You know what I mean? It's bananas. You know what I mean? And I got colored pictures in there.
What was the guy in Harlem we was talking about that died from AIDS or something like that?
Fritz.
Fritz. You knew Fritz? Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew Fritz. You know what I mean?
Do you remember him?
Of course I remember him. But like I said, I stay in my lane. Dude, it's so much drugs to be sold in New York that one nigga is not nothing. And you ain't got to worry about nothing. Like I said, I'm in Washington Heights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm selling 25 keys a day in Washington Heights. I just celebrated my 4th of July up there on 156th Street in Washington Heights 30 years later. I just took my man Mo Grime up there and Gigi right here from Queens. I just took them up there to my mother-in-law house up there. My mother, I ain't gonna say mother-in-law because she don't even have a daughter. But I call her my mother because she took me in as her child because I've been up there hustling since I was a little kid. Washington Heights, adopted me and I adopted them. You know what I mean? So there's no reason in hell another man from Dominica or anywhere could tell me that I can't eat on the streets of Washington Heights when I spilled blood with 4 bullets leaked out of me on these same streets.
Was it a Spanish person that shot you, a Dominican?
Oh, you already know, because I was robbing them. It's in the book. Read the book. You know what I mean? Read the book.
I'm gonna read it, but you know,
Yeah.
I just want a teaser. I want
Yeah,
a taste.
no, but you got more than enough to tease, because I know you ain't used to getting it real like this.
So, listen,
what I mean?
I'm taking it how I'm getting it.
Yeah, I'm giving
taking
it to
how
you.
I'm getting. Yeah,
I'm giving it to you 100.
Thank you. I'm taking it how I'm receiving it. But at the same time, you're very slick the way you're talking. I think it's a great.
Nah, I think slick before you go any further is a disrespect.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm just being me.
Well,
I'm just saying, everybody here that know this is unique.
okay.
You know what I mean? So the slickness, because a nigga slick when he feel he got something to gain.
Okay,
Let
got
me
it.
ask you this: what the you got to give me that I don't have already or can't get on my own?
All right. So the word slick
It's disrespect.
is disrespectful. So
Yeah.
let's remove that word.
Okay, please.
You are very
Articulate.
articulate is a good word, but
Clever.
very unique with how you present your message. Very unique on how you protect your product. Very unique on how you promote your product, because what you're doing now, which is I think is dope, is that you're giving little, and then you making sure you plug in the book, and then you saying you're not plugging in the book.
No, I'm not plugging
we
the book.
Read. You said the book 17 times. We're gonna
Yeah,
count
and
it.
I'm gonna say it 100 times.
And I'm gonna
because
text it to you.
Certain things you want to know, go read the book.
Exactly.
Because
You said it 17 times.
Yeah, man, and 18. Go read the book. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we can do this all goddamn night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm learning. You ain't gonna win me neither.
No, I ain't trying to win.
It's not a competition, right?
I'm just
the
giving it
old
to
school
you.
trick. It's not a competition.
Yeah,
You got it.
I'm just giving it to
You
you.
comfortable in your skin and you shut the up. Yes.
And that's it.
I know. I knew you gonna say that.
You know what I mean? That's it.
I learned
because
quick.
that's what the hustle game is about. Just shutting the
And adapting.
yeah, and that's it.
Did you know Preem and them before you went to jail, or you knew them when you went to jail?
Oh man, I know Prima them before I went to jail because I know C
Okay.
was my man Harry Hunt. That's my heart. You know what I mean? Everybody tell you I ran to C in Lewisburg. Now I'm gonna give you one with them being that you brought them up. When Prince and them was going to trial, they had a girl named Tawana Gooden. You know what I mean? From 12th Street. You know what I mean? Was dealing with Prince then. Every morning she used to go to their trial, and at that time, a few nights during the trial, you know what I mean? I spent the night with her. You understand what I'm saying? So I brought her to the courthouse and made sure she had money to make sure I treated them to something to eat, so they didn't have to depend on the lawyers or whoever else, because I wanted to help. You understand what I'm saying? Because Tawana, like I said, if I'm saying a name, so you can check my facts, Tawana Gooden sat through their trial, and I made sure I gave her money to make sure she could look out for him, because she was dealing with Prince when she was dealing with me. So the same way you mentioned Miss T, like I said, T can't claim me, like Tawana can't claim me. You know what I mean? I was sleeping with both of them and 100 other women because my money was long and I could. You know, I'm giving it to you real. I mean, they want to sit there and play games. You know what I mean? The females tell their crew, you know what I mean, that we their man, but they already know that we nobody's man. But if they're comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it.
So you ain't settled down at a young age when you getting money. You had nobody settled down.
I look like settle down. I got a strip club where I'm bringing nasty girls stripping and eating from Miami all the way up and down the south.
On the
I look like putting my mouth on
So
something
you didn't
like
have a
that.
main
I'm
girl?
talking about that. No, I didn't have no main girl because my girl left me. So when I came out of jail, I was by myself, and it was like, yo, it ain't nothing but me and my bitch. You know what I mean?
And why did she?
And
why
that's
did,
it.
And why did she leave you?
You know what I mean? Because it was a fuck up. She had every right to leave me. So don't get it twisted.
I respect that.
You know what I mean? I'm robbing, stealing. I done did everything under the sun. She had every fucking right to leave me. I would have left me. I would have told my daughter to leave me. You know what I mean?
Was this woman somebody you loved? That you always had that
And
woman
I'm
you
with
loved?
her today.
Oh, God bless. Shout out to her. That's
You know,
real.
and I'm with her today.
That's real.
But it took me 20-something years to realize, you know, where my motherfucking heart belonged and that I fucked up. Instead of letting my pride and ego, you know what I mean, dance my emotions.
Pride and ego is a hell of a thing.
You know what I mean? Because like I'm going to give you one. Females, and I ain't going to keep giving you these jewels for nothing. No, I'm going to tell you like it is, son. You know what I mean? I ain't going to keep giving you jewels for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen, we let you rock with the recording. We let you rock.
All right,
we let you rock with the recording.
All right.
Nobody does that up here.
All right, well,
Nobody.
I'm
No
going to
guess.
give these jewels, son. A woman is governed by her emotions. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the women move by. Women move by their emotions. You understand what I'm saying? Where men, we move by our instinct and desire to survive. You understand what I'm saying? Where a woman gets emotionally involved, You know what I mean? We just get, you know what I mean? Our instincts is just surviving and making sure that no one hurts or stop us from getting what we need to survive. Where a woman, if she love you, she feel like she gonna do anything for you. I don't deal with love. You know what I mean? I deal with what I need to survive.
But you had to learn that based off how you grew up, you know, being in the street, yeah?
I had to learn what?
Like that, not to deal with love. You didn't just automatically wake up and
I didn't learn. I didn't learn. I mean, no one taught it to me. That's how my life was. So I adapted to that.
So you adapted.
And that was the survival.
Okay.
Of adapting to knowing that I can't trust no one, not even a woman. You know what I mean? Only one I ever trusted, and to be honest, she crossed me once. You know what I mean? And that was my mother. You know what I mean? She crossed because she got married on me. You know what I mean? So it's a personal. That's my baby. That's my heart. Just so you know, that's mine. You know what I mean? I don't want no nigga around because if a nigga violate, I'm going to have to do something. The same I told my daughters, I don't want no niggas around them.
So hold up. Now it's time for me to wake up. So you mean to tell me Mama Love found happiness and you couldn't understand that? You want to be selfish?
No, I knew it wasn't happiness. It was a young nigga. So it wasn't love. It was lust. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, if you want to go and lust, go on and do that. But don't bring the lust over here. You understand what I'm saying? Don't bring the lust in here. You understand what I'm saying? Go to the hotel. Go do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But don't bring that around me because if that violate, I'm going to terminate that.
So you, I'm still trying to see it. So you knew did he have good intentions, but you didn't like his intentions for Mama
You're
Love?
not listening. It was lust. He was younger. It was like what they call it nowadays, the cougar thing. You know what I mean? It was one of them joints. And I'm telling you, you want yours, go get yours. But don't bring the nigga in my house. You know what I mean? Don't bring the nigga around me. Because I don't have to like him and I don't even need to know the nigga. Because when you give me the cue, that's the end of that.
I can't.
No, you don't have to agree with
Love.
it.
That's Mama Love.
No. Listen, you're right. But like I said, if Mama Love wanted to do her, go on and do you. But don't bring the nigga around me.
In your vicinity.
Yeah, in my house.
In your house. Okay.
But she brought him in the house. That's why I said she, you know what I mean?
Then I got it.
Then I had to throw him and her out. You know what I mean? But to let her, and you know what? Today at 85 years old, she said, baby, I'm going to love you to the day I die because you showed out of all my kids. You 100% man because you knew what I was doing was wrong and you didn't let your love for me stop you from doing what I taught you. Wow. And that's why I love her.
Shout out to Mama Love for that.
85 years old. I just seen her for the first time. I see my mother once in 26 years. It took 18 years to see her. Then the other day, they allowed me to go down there to see her. But they tell me I'm a free man, but I had to get a pass to go see my mother. But I'm a free man. Wow. And when I went to see my mother, she got a new man. And I love him. He been there with her the whole time I've been locked up. And I told her, because he younger than her again. But I told her, when it's your time to pass, I got him. You know what I mean? Because he been holding you down. That's a man. I got this one. You know what I mean? But that other, he just thought he was slicking in fish. You know what I mean?
That was good.
And we ain't gonna do that.
That's still my line. That's my line. Let's do it.
I'm just saying, son.
Look at this. I don't give. I'm taking that line. I don't give a war.
You know what I mean?
Fish.
You know how fish stay wet. You can't get no more slicker than fish.
So where were your siblings at this time, though? Because you said it was 6 of you guys in all, yes? Where were they? Where were they? I mean, your brother passed away, rest in peace. But what about
he was still alive when all this went on.
Oh, okay. He was alive. He
was still alive.
He passed away in 93?
I got 94. October 1st, 94. He got passed away, and I got sentenced September 15th, 94.
But where were the rest of your siblings?
Wherever they needed to be. I didn't deal with them because they chose my father over my mother.
Oh.
And anyone who goes against my mother is my enemy.
So you your own enemy because you kicked out.
You know what I mean? No. She needed to be kicked out to be woke up to know that she raised a man and what she's doing is wrong. And I'm not going to sit back and allow that because she didn't raise me to sit back and allow that. And that's why I said at 85 when I seen her the other day, she told me in front of the man she with. She said, man, this is my man here. You know what I mean? When I was up and brought another nigga in here because I was horny and on lust, you know what I mean? He put that nigga out. And when I said something, because I knew he loved me, he put my ass out too.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Mecca what? Mecca Audio, Mecca what? Mecca Audio, Mecca what? Mecca Audio, Mecca what? Mecca Audio.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops. Mecca Audio.
Mecca what? Mecca Audio, Mecca what? Mecca Audio, Mecca what? Mecca Audio, Mecca what? Mecca Audio.
And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it moving like we gotta do it like Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was wine. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back.